In this video, I'm going to demonstrate to you how to create a system. Now, when we create a system, we're trying to load previously computed speaker calibrations, and we're trying to load it into the left or the right side speaker, or both, and we're trying to construct a system with them. So we've started up the setup or the calibration web app, and we're going now to the third tab. And we're going to use over here these icons to first, we're going to press the middle icon and we're going to find a record we previously computed, which is the three-way ISR LB. We'll load that by clicking it. It's populated the data now and I can get a good representation of the calibration, speaker calibration filter, as well as the speaker response itself. And I can click on these to visualize independent drivers if I want. Now that that's loaded, we go to the chirping icon here on the right, and you can see we're currently on the left speaker, and as we selected from here this item, three-way ISR LB, and we were on the left speaker, it's loaded into the left side. If we wanted to do the right side instead of the left, we'd switch to the right speaker and it's already ready to compute. So it's now loaded in the left speaker. The microphone is in the sweet spot, but I'm going to move it more central. And I'm going to chirp the left side by clicking this button. The system's now identifying the speaker, and once it's complete, we'll be able to upload to the cloud. So we can see that upload is enabled. We can see this rubbish bin over here, and that indicates that the left side is armed. And now I want to do a stereo speaker, so I'm going to go to the right side. And at this point, if I've previously calibrated the right speaker independently, which you may want to do, then I could come here and select a different record. But I'm going to stay with three-way ISR LB for this. And so we're now going to be chirping that out of the right channels when I click here. The system's now identifying that speaker, and once complete, we'll see the red rubbish bin show up here as well on the right side. And that would mean that the left and the right side are now armed, and we can send that to the cloud. So to do that, we'll do three-way ISR left, right, B. Okay, that'll be a stereo, and we'll upload it. The cloud will now compute the room response, and it will then download that record for us. And we'll know that the cloud has completed its computation when we see this happening down here. So it's completed, and we can go down to the records now, the system items. You can see it's the bottom icon over here. And we can see that it's already selected that item, but we can select a different one, wait for it to download. It'll display the response for that four-way item I've previously measured, but we're going to look at the three-way item. Now, we're waiting for that to load. Okay, there we are. So in this measurement, we can see that there's various notches, which we would normally want to get rid of more carefully. But we're going to continue on. So now that we've seen this graph, we also know that it has taken that calibration filter and loaded it onto the hardware. So at this point, we can go and listen to that. To confirm that, what we need to do is we need to go home by pressing the home button, and we will look at profiles. Now you notice that it hasn't refreshed, and this is a bug we will be fixing in the future. So what I do to get it to refresh is I manually refresh the browser by going up to the URL, highlighting it, press enter. It reloads the front panel app. I go home, I look at profiles, and it's loaded in 4-way 2. But because we clicked on that to look at it, but we also clicked on the 3-way ISR LB, which is the one that we just did. And you can now proceed to listen to that correction filter, which would be a stereo system in my case. And if you want to listen to the crossovers alone, you click bypass. And now you're listening to the crossovers alone. But we would click on that, and now we could go and listen to the sound through the system.